ask you, because I heard that it's really hard to get hired in Marin County. And I would think that programs that want to offer activities for people of color, I think it's important that they start hiring people of color, that they can develop their skills and also engage other people in the community of color. So, but I want to ask you, what would you tell those employers in all over Marin County to hire you? Why is it important to hire you?
Why is it important to hire us? For me, in the community I come from, I feel like it's important for you to hire us, because if you don't hire us, we are left with a few options. Like, I feel like as a teenager, you want money, but not all the time your mom can give you money. Not all the time you can get it from people, so you try to figure out a way to get it for yourself. And if you can't go out there and get a job where an employer look at you and your skin color is a problem for them, or your hair or the way you dress is just not enough for them, then what are we left to do?
Thank you.
Amen.
Okay, another question here?
Yeah, I would like to change that in my own particular way. Hold on. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your question. I think we need to really get to the real crux of it, and it's employers that need to look at themselves and figure out why they haven't hired young people. Okay, because these, like myself, we get followed when we go into a store, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you got a dynamic, adorable young woman here who wants a job.
Yeah.
Right? Put her in the front. Receive other children, so she can receive other children in there. You want protection in your business? They're the protection. Don't look at them like they're the problem. It's the employer that is the problem.
Two questions in here.
Hi, my name is Kate Fitzsimmons. I'm a writer and I do a column for the IJ. And I have been talking to kids throughout the community. And I have been listening to them, and they are saying many of the same things that you are. It doesn't matter what community you come from, your life experience can be traumatic and trying. And kids need a safe place to go to talk to their peers, and they need a safe adult to talk to. And sometimes it's not their parents. And I know that there are great discussions going on about wellness communities, wellness centers within schools, and it sounds like you have that nailed. Are you working with any other schools to make it happen in other communities?
Believe it or not, no. Nobody,
Other schools are willing.
They don't want to work with us. Look, not like that, but like, how I feel about it, when people like think about this school, they think down on us. Like they don't look at our school and be like, oh yeah, like they doing good, like they got the kids that was failing, they helping them do better. They don't look at it like that. A lot of people look at our school and be like, they're not learning nothing, they're not doing nothing, it ain't nothing. Like,
Are you willing to help change their minds?
Oh, definitely. I feel like definitely. If you ever just sat down with any 3 of the kids or any of the 5 of the kids out there, because this school is actually was bigger than this. But if you spoke to any kid like from here and just talk to us like about anything, education, anything, I feel like a kid can. Us personally, I feel like we can educate you on some stuff maybe you ain't even heard before.
Yeah.
Like I it's sad. Like it can be some stuff maybe you ain't even you ain't never experienced before. Cause there's some stuff in my 17 years that I'm like, dang, I should have known that. Oh, I never knew that. Like, it's some stuff like we know that like we could probably change our mind. Like,
Can I address that as well? Just to add to what she shared, it shouldn't have to be on us to change their minds. They should really start to look at themselves. Because ultimately what we're left with is, do we wait for someone to help us in a way that we need to be helped, or do we help ourselves in the way that we need to be helped. And then those who desire to help us after that, thank you. And then we can tell you how we would need to be helped. And also, if you would like to know, if you see something that we're doing that's working and you would like to know how can you use it, then, or how can you learn from it to help you, then that would be a different dynamic. So our focus isn't to just partner with everybody, because we have to protect the relationships that we've built with the young people, not children, that we've developed. Because time and time again, programs come in, relationships are built, and then that trust is broken because the same people who started it, they left. Or they had ulterior motives because they needed to reach a certain number of children for diversity reasons. And that's not good for them, that's not beneficial for them. So ultimately, I would just say again, it starts with reflecting on self. Outside of our school, our clinic does have the Defenders Program and Girl Power. And before we even started the school, the Defenders and Girl Power was going into the schools that they previously attended. And we still do go into those schools and work with youth from Marin City who don't attend our school. And that's Redwood, Drake, Tam High, Bayside MLK, and Willow Creek Academy. And then we also have children who don't even go to any of those schools, but they still live in Marin City, and we still provide services for them.
Great, thank you. Last question from Nancy.
I don't really have a question. I just want to speak to everyone else. I think that, as adults and part of society, we have expectations that everybody is going to be this contributing member of society. And, I think that when people are not successful, then, we label them as bad people. They need to be, either labeled or separated. But I just want to say that, when you look at being an adult, being a contributing member of society, how did you get to be that? You got to be that because you had support, you had education, then you got a job, then you pay taxes, and then you get services or you receive benefits from doing all of that. And what I want to say is that if you support people and want to see people become contributing members of society, then you need to offer them those opportunities that you got. You need to offer them education. So what that they're young, that they're colored, either black, yellow, brown, whatever. So what? If you give them an opportunity to earn money, guess what they do? They pay rent, they pay taxes, they buy services, they get goods. That helps us all. So when you put barriers to people's education, people's ability to earn a living, you hurt yourself. You hurt yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. People will overcome your barriers in whatever way they have to. So now if you want to not have to support them in another way, like welfare, prison, whatever, then you need to give them opportunities so that they become contributors rather than burdens. So,
There you go.
Very brief question.
So is it okay if I ask you guys a question? I wanted to ask if you would recommend any books, movies, or music for us in the audience to listen to that would help us understand your experience.
Music. Y'all can listen to me. Go on YouTube, look up YAYA. I got a song called Stay Here, and I got a few other songs. I got a song called The Truth. A book that we read in school is Children, Bone and Blood. That's a good book too. You guys should read that too. Oh, Medical Apartheid. What else y'all want to know? Oh, it's a few stuff y'all can watch, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Thank you.
I mean, I guess y'all could do your own research.
What do you like?
What do I like? I like soft singing music. That's what I like. I like action movies. I like romance movies. I like everything. But like, I can't tell you a song or a book or a movie that's gonna help you understand me because I didn't write it nor direct it or sing it. All right.
That's great.
So before we close, is there anything